Hello there, this is Dave Allen for Mac 20 Questions and for No Stylus and for Digital Book Maestro, and today I'm going to have a look at some applications for converting books from one type to another type. So for example, you might have an ePub book that you want to convert to a Kindle format or the other way around, and it's pretty easy to do that. So what we're going to do is to look into find and grab a couple of books from there. We've got this Commander Z one which we were working on before, and also this eBooks from Sigil, and I'm going to drag them and drop them into this application here. This application here is called Calibre or Calibre, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And the last time we looked at it, it was an absolute pile of doo-doo. It was terrible, it was. It was really badly designed, it looked ugly, and I'm happy to say it's got a whole lot better. So let's have a look and see how we do these things. Well, at the moment I've got it set, so I'm looking at whatever I've got in the library in Calibre. Those ones I've just put in there are these ones here. So let's just change the size of that so we can see them a little bit better. And let's have a look at making an ebook in Sigil. So at the moment you can see over here that it is set at the moment that it's an ePub format, and I can just click to open. But also what I can do is I can click on Convert Books. So let's click on Convert Books and see what we're going to do. Now the input format is an ePub, and I want the output format to be a Mobi, which is the Kindle format. And everything's sorted out here with the author, the sort of the author, publisher. I could put tags in there if I want to, or put in a series if there's a series involved, and there isn't in this occasion, so I shall leave that alone. I can change the cover image if I wish, but I'm going to leave it as is. That is from a manga app on the iPad. And I'm going to just click on OK. The job started working there, and it will tell me when it's completed, and it's already completed. I've got a little message up at the top there. So now you can see that when we look in this part here, the book is available as ePub and it's also available as Mobi. And when I want to have a look at the book, I can do this. I can click on this one here. I can view in a specific format. So now I can choose from the ePub version or the Mobi version. Let's go for the Mobi version and click on OK. So there's my front page. Clicking the down arrow on my keyboard here, and it's going down through the pages. And how's that? It looks alright, doesn't it? And what we need to do now is we need to work out a way of how we're going to get this onto the iPad. What I was doing with the ePub books when I was publishing out of Sigil was to save them into the Dropbox folder, and I can do the same with this as well. Another way of doing it would be to, and I'm going to double click on that and tell it to save to disk. This is to get it out of the Calibre library, and I'm going to put it into this one here, which is called Kindle Books, which is a Dropbox folder, and I'm going to click on choose. That has been saved out now to Kindle Books. But let's have another bit of a look at what we can do with Calibre. So let's have a look and see what we can do. Well, we can have a look at device. You can connect it up to iTunes. I have done that. And these are all the books that I've got in iTunes. Now, when you're doing stuff with the books you've got in iTunes, say for instance this one here, I can do a bit of editing with the title, so I can see what they look like in Calibre, but I can't actually sort of do anything else. I can't edit the metadata or convert books because they're not within the Calibre library. So if I want to have them in the Calibre library, then I would need to copy them across. So the way to do that would be to save out to disk, or I can do add books to library. The add books to library didn't work, so this time we're going to use save to disk. Go to the library, and this time I'm going to grab it and drag it and drop it in there. And this time it seems to be adding. So there you go, we've got No Stylus. The ePub book has been added. And again, what I can do is I can click to open it. Okay, here's the ePub viewer this time. So now I've got it as a viewer, I can go through it and I can read it, press the down arrow to scroll through it. And it's not a bad way of looking at your eBooks on your Mac. You can look at the metadata on there, and we can use these buttons here to go to next page. That works okay. This will take us through to the contents, so you get a better view of the contents this way, and you can change the size of it as well, so whatever works for you. Let's go to the table of contents, click on that there, click on No Stylus, and I've got all my stuff in there. So here we are on the iPad, and this is one that I sent to the Kindle already. It seems to be taking a while for it to go through because we've got a 31% mark on there, which means that it's probably been uploaded still, or been uploaded to the cloud. And I can see what I've got on the cloud. I can look at docs. This tells me the documents that I've sent to my Kindle using the email address. That's one way of doing it. Let's go back to all items again. Go to device. And we'll have a look at this one here. So this was an ePub book and I converted it to the Kindle format. You can see it works out quite nicely. Let's go to Dropbox. And click on this one here. Making an ebook with Sigil, which is one we just did. And we've got a Mobi format. Let it download first of all, a little blue line going across there. And now I can tell it to open it in Kindle. And there you go, making an ebook with Sigil. It's opened up in Kindle. I can scroll through it, same way as before, reading the Kindle. I quite like the Kindle book reader. It's a nice little one to work with. Works just as well as the iBooks in the iBooks app on the iPad. So you've got two different ways of reading books, whichever one takes your fancy. I can scroll through this one here. This thing at the bottom, you get locations. They don't correspond to pages. That's the only thing with this. You don't get the page numbering as you do with the iBooks. But at least you can move through your document, or if you want to, you can still go to your table of contents. And so if I want to go to this one here, Apple Care for iPad, tap on that, and it takes me through to the page that I want to go to. Let's go back to the library of this here, and you can see, there you go, there's the book now in the Kindle, and it's got 46% on there, which must mean that it's still being sent through to the device. That's how easy it is to convert your ePub books into Kindle format. So that if you're doing some publishing and you want to make sure that your book is going to be available on all the different stores so that you can get more sales, that's how to do it. Use the application called Calibre. This is Dave Allen for Digital Book Maestro and for No Stylers and for Mac 20 Questions. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching the video, and why don't you check out the other videos. Here's two of them. There's one video there and one video there that you can click on and go and have a look at now. And don't forget that you can also subscribe. Talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.